Yesterday gave us Bacongate, one of the best bluffs I've seen in a very long time, and a replacement nominee plan that had people literally breaking down. I'm Pigzilla. I'm going to break down everything that happened on the feed so you don't have to sit there watching them all day. No fluff, just what you need to know. Let's start with Bacongate because somehow bacon became a legitimate source of drama in the house. Devens wanted to make bacon, and Dee offered him some of the special bacon she had upstairs. The problem, Lala had already asked Dee if she could save that bacon until Thursday when the have-nots could eat again, and Dee had agreed. So when Dee offered it to Devens, Lala basically kept reminding everybody, what about Thursday? Meanwhile, Melody was like, what about Sunday? Eventually, Lala said forget it. Devens cooked the bacon, and yes, Melody ended up eating it. Later, Lala confronted Melody because she thought Melody was upset over the whole situation. Melody says she wasn't upset and just needed a break. So yes, we officially had Bacongate. But things got much more serious with Taylor. Taylor and Lala talked about how isolated they've been feeling in the house. Lala actually became the one encouraging Taylor this time, telling her to keep doing what she does best. Teach, lead, and guide, and don't allow these people to steal her joy. Taylor also tried clearing the air with Angela and Haley. Angela had already admitted to Haley that some of what she had done toward Taylor may have crossed into mean girl territory. Taylor approached them at the pool hoping for individual conversations, but Angela and Haley wanted to talk right then together. Eventually, Haley apologized for inserting herself into the earlier argument, but Taylor told Haley there were other things that genuinely hurt her feelings, and she wanted to discuss those whenever Haley was ready. Then things got a little weird. Taylor mentioned that some of this could come up in the diary room and said she wanted to speak directly to Haley before she potentially saw anything later. Haley took that as Taylor possibly threatening her. Taylor explained that wasn't what she meant at all, but Haley wasn't ready for the conversation, so Taylor backed off. Taylor also apologized to Drew for accusing him of going through her things, and Drew told her it was water under the bridge. Now let's get into the game, because this is where yesterday got crazy. Dee started letting people know that if Lala uses a veto, her current plan is to put Mallory on the block. She told Drew, then Barrett, and Barrett clearly didn't love the idea. Barrett even questioned why Dee wouldn't put Yash up instead. But what most of the house still doesn't fully understand is that Dee's deal with Yash is much bigger than they realize. Yash isn't just protecting Dee, his deal protects the icons during his next HOH. After Barrett talked to Dee, he met with Drew, and this conversation was important. Drew and Barrett started admitting that they don't trust the icons anymore. They feel like they've been played, they're questioning where they actually stand, and they realize there's eventually going to be a fork in the road where they have to choose a side. Then Devens walked into the HOH room and pulled off an absolutely beautiful bluff. Devens comes in acting weird, sunglasses on, looking directly at Drew. He tells them he was outside by the pool and heard something interesting that he probably wasn't supposed to hear. Drew immediately panics because Drew knows he and Barrett were just outside talking about the icons. Devens leaves and says they'll talk later, and Drew starts freaking out to Dee, basically admitting that he and Barrett had been discussing whether they were disposable to the icons and whether they were sitting at the bottom of that group. But here's the best part. Devens didn't hear anything. He goes into the gym and tells the cameras that he's basically just assuming they were talking about him. He threw out the bait, acted like he knew something, and Drew started telling on himself. That was phenomenal. Devens basically said, I know you did something, without knowing whether they actually did anything, and Drew handed him enough information to confirm his suspicion. Drew and Barrett eventually talked to Devens and tried to clean it up, explaining that they were just worried about being at the bottom of the alliance. Drew actually did a decent job withholding the worst parts of what they had discussed, but the damage was already done. Devens knew something was changing. And while all of that was happening, Dee finally started breaking the replacement nominee news to Mallory. Dee tells Mallory she may be going up because Dee believes Yash and Haley wouldn't nominate her, while she isn't convinced Mallory would actually protect her. Mallory tells Dee that putting her up is going to upset way more people than putting up Yash or Haley. Dee basically says she's more concerned about who might nominate her than who might be angry with her. Mallory was devastated. She was crying, went toward the diary room, slammed the door, and there was even a moment where it appeared something may have fallen off the wall. She eventually cried to Angela about everything, but Angela already knew the plan. Angela went back to Dee, and the two basically agreed that as bad as they felt, that group of four needed to be broken up. They believe if Mallory wins HOH, it would basically become Yash's HOH because they think Mallory and Yash are working closely together. Then Melody finds out, and Melody completely loses it. She goes upstairs to the gym alone, crying, screaming, and saying she has never been this mad. Eventually, she comes back downstairs and starts trying to figure out whether they can still stop Mallory from going on the block. Melody says if Dee follows through with this move, it is war. Mallory is also furious because they just voted the way Dee wanted, and now Dee is turning around and putting her on the block. Drew tries calming everybody down and tells them they're going to be okay. Melody basically says, no, Drew, we are not going to be okay. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Mallory and Melody aren't only angry with D and the icons, they're also starting to blame Drew and Barrett because Drew and Barrett were the ones telling them to trust the icons. Mallory even believes Drew may be part of the reason D doesn't trust her in the first place, and Melody starts questioning exactly when Drew found out Mallory was potentially going on the block. So suddenly this move isn't only cracking one alliance, it's creating distrust everywhere. And somehow Drew and Barrett still believe Devens is basically with them. They tell Devens that Mallory and Melody are angry at them because they were the ones telling the girls to trust the icons. Barrett even continues pushing the idea that D could just nominate Yash instead. Drew tells Devens that D has completely screwed them with the girls and starts worrying that if he's sitting next to Taylor, people might actually vote him out. Devens reassures Drew that he'll be fine. Then Devens immediately goes back to D and tells her everything. He tells D that Drew and Barrett are pissed, they felt screwed over by the alliance, and he basically just played along with them. D's attitude is essentially, let them be mad. If they want to control over the week, they should have won HOH. D also believes they have enough information about Drew and Barrett to blow up their games if necessary. And then Devens finally tells D the funniest part. He never heard Drew and Barrett talking. The entire thing was a bluff. He suspected something, threw it out there, and they tattled on themselves. D and Devens were laughing about the entire thing afterward. But strategically, D may have created a massive problem for herself. Yes, putting Mallory up weakens that 4-person group, but D may have completely lost Drew and Barrett in the process. Mallory and Melody are furious. Drew says he's done with D after this, and everybody is starting to question who they can actually trust. Meanwhile, Yash might secretly be sitting in one of the strangest positions in the house. Because of his deal, his next HOH protects D, Devens, and Angela, and that doesn't necessarily mean next week. If he doesn't win next week but wins HOH later, that protection still applies to that HOH. Most of the house doesn't understand the full extent of this deal yet, and ironically, all of this could actually help Taylor and Lala. If Yash wins HOH, he can't target the icons because of the deal, and he's unlikely to target Lala or Taylor, meaning people like Drew, Barrett, Mallory, Melody, or even Haley could suddenly become his options. So heading into this veto ceremony, D is planning to put Mallory on the block. Mallory and Melody are ready for war. Drew and Barrett are questioning the icons, and Devens just proved exactly why you never start spilling information just because somebody tells you they already know. But if you like these Big Brother live feed updates without sitting through hours and hours of feed yourself, make sure you follow, subscribe, and come back for the next update. I'm Pigzilla, and I'll keep breaking it all down for you with no fluff, and until the next one.